What's up? Good morning, everyone. Good Saturday morning to you from Bangkok, Thailand. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I hope my microphone's not too close because it didn't sound too good last time. Sorry about that. Thanks for the thumbs up already, guys. I appreciate that very, very much. Philthos, you hit the nail on the head, buddy. I need some coconut water too, myself. I would love to have some coconut water. Griffin's good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping by. I've already said hello to everybody else in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. It is definitely a nice day today. Definitely a nice day, and I'm happy to be here. Lost Boy, hello. I'm going to pay attention to you guys in the comments, but I'm also going to catch you up on this Thailand reopening stuff, and we can talk about all kinds of goodies. We can talk about sorry, that was a message from my boss. We're going to talk about dates of reopening. We're going to talk about some of the provisions that are going into place, and we're going to talk about this new Communicable Disease Act that could potentially be a replacement for the emergency decree. Like we could eventually see an emergency decree basically permanent to a certain degree. I'm going to read it and we'll word that out. We'll get it worked out and everything. Have they announced the dropping of queues yet? They have in some cases, Tim, and I'm going to get to that, buddy. As a matter of fact, I'll get to that right now since you asked. I'll just get to it right now. I was going to make an announcement first, but I'll do that later. So this is Phuket Sandbox revised to 7 days. More excursion freedom. They say, hey, Lyle, good to see you, man. Gregory, good to see you, brother. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. So from the Tiger, as restrictions are widely eased for entry into Thailand and the various sandbox programs, the Phuket Sandbox has simplified, shortened, and streamlined as well. Prep for it. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hey, Kel. Yes, I have Aussie channel members. By the way, channel members, if you're not a member of the line group yet, you need to contact me in it's some way, and let me know that you're not in there. Sorry, guys, I wasn't expecting chats from my supervisor this morning. Anyway, so beginning yesterday, the Phuket Sandbox travelers arriving in internationally will only be required to stay 7 days before being allowed to travel on the rest of Thailand. That's great news. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Mr. Charles White, good to see you. There's the PayPal link and the Cash App button in case anybody gets a wild hog or a wild hare, wants to contribute to the channel. You can certainly do that. Greatly appreciated. I'll pin that message to the top. Thank you for putting that in there, Robert. And we will keep moving. It says a test will be given upon arrival, and a second test will be administered at the end of the 7-day period to confirm the negative status, lessening the frustrating expense where previously at least 3 prepaid tests were required. After the second negative test, travelers will receive a release from clearing them to continue their travel across Thailand from the 8th day onward. Now, of course, this is for fully vaccinated travelers. So everybody make sure to understand that. I'm glad that you guys in Australia, like Gregory, he's one of my channel members that's an Aussie, obviously. And I'm glad you guys are going to be able to move around next month. I really thought that you guys were going to be in a world of hurt for another year. I really did in Australia because, man, as back and forth and as bad as it's been here in Thailand, boy, I couldn't imagine being in Australia. Because I had to do some like historical reading and stuff to get. When I say historical, I just mean I had to go back about 18 months. But to understand what happened in Australia, it was that was wow. And then to hear your prime minister's comments about plans going forward, that was, I don't know, I never heard anything like it before. Charles, I'm sorry you're having to deal with life, brother, but I've been dealing with it for about going on 4 months now, and it's slowly getting better. So it'll pick up, it'll get better. And for anybody that's maybe new to this channel, don't have any idea what they're watching right now, this is DoMoreLife, and everything is not about Thailand on this channel. Everything is obviously not about the Philippines anymore, because I haven't been there in over 3.5 years. So content on this channel primarily revolves around travel and information about travel, pretty much. But from time to time, I like to give some life experience and some life suggestions based upon my own life experience. I think that's more beneficial than just talking about travel all the time. But there's been a lot of stuff in the news. I want to be able to come on here and clarify this for everybody, so that there's no questions and that we know what's going on. Now, travel throughout the island province is wholly unrestricted in the Phuket sandbox, unlike the new mainland sandbox schemes in Krabi and Penang that launched yesterday, where only certain key tourist areas of the provinces were open to travelers during their first week in Thailand. But you can still get there and travel for a week. And while the early days of the Phuket sandbox were much more strict, forbidding nearly any movement off the island in the first 14 days, the new revision allows for international travelers to participate in shore trips and boat excursions and boat cruise excursions. These were things we were talking about on this channel back in January, or maybe even December, November of last year. We were talking about things like this, and the tourism industry had to come back to bring back the foreign tourists and the domestic tourism. And believe it or not, domestic tourism is actually picking up now that they've released all these lockdowns, and they've put new control measures or new restrictions. They backed down the curfew an hour. So there's a lot of things going on over here, and it's happening step by step, pragmatically. But you also have to remember, TIT, this is Thailand. You just never know what's going to happen, man. What's up, Scotty B? Yeah, man, gates are unlocked. Come on in. But these vessels have to be SHA plus approved vessels, and pretty much everything down there is going to be. For cruising and yachting excursions, SHA plus approved services can depart from Apo Grand Marina, Shalong Pier, Phuket Boat Lagoon, Royal Phuket Marina, and Yacht Haven Marina. Other trips that utilize ferries or larger boats can be joined with SHA plus approved companies and travel from Apo Pier, Chalong Pier, Rosada Pier, and Wistit Panwa Pier. I hope I said that right. Arrivals must meet the standard entry requirements like full vaccination, a certificate of entry, a negative test within 3 days of arrival, and your C-19 insurance policy, and an approved hotel confirmation. So those are still requirements that you must have, Tim. I hope that answers your question, buddy. BC, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for joining the live chat. I appreciate it very much. Tim says they still got a long way to go in Thailand, like alcohol and opening bars. They have said that some of the bars are opening. I will find that somewhere and get to it. In certain places, Tim, bars are in certain places, the restaurant's going to be allowed to open. The bars are going to be allowed to reopen as well, but that's in a step. Thailand has this 4-step reopening process that they're going to be going through. So hopefully I can find that somewhere and hit a new one. Let's talk about some of the. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find you guys that information Yeah, Australian travel abroad coming with a 7-day home quarantine. I see that highlight. That's a good thing. Very good thing. Oh, here's an article that I'd read from Pattaya. Tim says, not some, all, no restrictions. That's when you know things are turning around. Yeah, I agree. But Thailand's not going to do it all at one time, brother. They're just not going to. It's going to be pragmatic, and it's going to be step by step. There are people, there are doctors. I've been keeping up with the media, of course, all week like normal, and they're all recommending boosters and this, that, and the other, and just all kinds of stuff. And it's just, I don't know. Travel TV says, what's up, JC? I'm on my way to Bangkok right now. Well, that's cool, dude. Like, hit me up later or something, bro. Steve, what's up, Steve? Good to see you, man. Yeah, definitely. Travel TV, hit me up, man. How long are you going to be in Bangkok? Let me know. We can grab some dinner next week or hang out sometime this weekend. Maybe. I don't know. Jason says he can't believe they closed down the bars. They did that a long time ago, brother, but it was at the time they felt it was necessary, and we let them do it. When I say we, I don't mean we let them do it. I just mean like nobody put up much of a fight when it was actually going down. So it's all good. It is what it is. Tim says, then it will be hit or miss with the economy. I hope folks can hold out until it all opens. Me too, Tim. The good news is with the massage shop reopening and all those things, the spas and everything like that reopening, my girl's already got a job. They are already. Forever. I'll be in Bangkok forever. Okay. That sounds good, man. Just hit me up when you got some free time, Travel TV. Let me know. Roger McGee, hello to you, sir. I have not read your message yet, but I will. I promise. I just didn't have time getting the live stream together this morning. Good to see you, brother, and glad you are here, by the way. And hope you are doing well. Charles says, COE rumored going away November. Phuket can serve alcohol in restaurants only, no bars yet. That's what I was trying to look. That's where I was going with my comments, Charles. So thank you. Yes, alcohol can be served in the restaurants, but not the bars yet. Jason, good question. So basically what you do right now is you just come over here and you get on a dating app, either Tinder or Thai Friendly. That's about the simplest way if you want to come over here and enjoy the nightlife. If you need a drinking companion, if you coming over just to meet ladies, that kind of thing, then dating apps are good for you. Dating apps are the way things are going down right now because the bars are closed. Also, you can find many girls, they have accounts online now with a certain website. It starts with O and second letter happens to be of the first letter of the last word happens to be F. So you can meet them there too. I haven't done that yet. I don't have money to pay for a subscription. Yes, the shop's opening was a very good start, Tim. Very good. Because when they allowed the traditional Thai massage shops to reopen, then, well, actually, they allowed all massage shops to reopen here in Thailand. So that's a big boost to confidence for sure. Prep for it says, good news. Hopefully, Charles White, thanks. Yep. Did I miss one of your comments, Prep for it? You had a big, long comment somewhere. Where was it? Yes. He said, I hope they drop the ASQ on November 1st or I will cancel. Even a 7-day ASQ price is ridiculous. However, I'm not giving up on Thailand. I will be there someday. Good for you, man. Good for you, Prep for it. Good for you, brother. I like that attitude for sure. He says, good news, hopefully. Charles White, yep. Bangkok Warrior, what's up, bud? He says, our hotel's open in Pattaya now. They were when I was there. Was it last weekend or the week before I went? I don't know. Let me check my boat receipt right here. Actually, it's in my email. Or can I check on my actual boat? Let me see. Boat app. Da, 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 da. When did I go last to? Let's see if I can look at ride history. Here we go. September 18th was when I went. I'd have to, I could show you, but I'd have to cover it up. But September 18th. Yep, September 18th. That was the last. That was when I went to Pattaya. So, I wish I could show you that. So, but it's got the name of the people I went to see on there too. Anyway, they were open then, so I assume they're still open now. Travel TV says I'll be busy this weekend with moving into my new place, but I don't start work till next month, so I have some time. Holy crap, dude! You gotta call, you gotta message me, man, and catch me up or video chat me or something and tell me what's going on. Are you gonna be working over here? Or are you going to be working in, but you got to go back to the States? I'm curious because there's a huge announcement here. That's what I was going to tell you guys about. That I can't believe they did this, but they did. I'll get to it in a second. Charles says LOL ladies walk down the street or go to a mall. That's also true. Also true because desperation is still in the air over here. The economy's ruined. You know, the place is financially decimated, right? So. People are desperate, especially people that are in non-formal jobs, right? Masseuses, even waitresses, some waitresses and waiters, anybody to do in the entertainment, nightlife industry, any of that stuff, they're all informal, so they're not going to get paid. And they're doing pretty much whatever they have to in order to get by. Let's see. Jason says, when Maggie Mays and the Cave Club going to open back up? I have no idea, brother. I have no idea. That's gonna be all up to the provincial governors and the CCSA. Bangkok Warrior says, I tried making reservations but cannot. Maybe try a different hotel. There are a couple. Use Agoda and search for a few hotels. Go to my playlist on food. Is it hotel reviews in Thailand? Thailand hotel reviews? Pattaya hotel reviews? I can't remember. I have a playlist on hotel reviews. Bangkok Warrior that has all but one is Pattaya hotels on there. So go check that out, and then you should be able to find a place. And if not, feel free to message me on Facebook Messenger or something, and I'll give you a list of places that are open, because I know for a fact there are some places that are open. Charles says that Jason Finch, no one has specifically mentioned when the bars will open. It's frustrating to all the bars since they cannot plan. That's very true, Charles. It's an economic, I won't say economic disaster. I'll just say it's an economic hardship on the bars for sure. Do you still have to wear a mask? You better have a mask on if you're in Thailand. Travel TV says, yeah, I got a job in Bangkok teaching English. Wow. Good for you, man. Good for you. I hope you got a good job that pays some money. But good for you, bud. Really, good for you, man. That's awesome. It's a good time to look for a teaching job right now, too, because the next semester is actually about to start. So, yeah, if you're interested in teaching, good job, good looking. That's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you, man. I really am. Filto says, my girlfriend in Pitsun, you look, got a lot of local flooding last week as the rain stopped. Bangkok really did. I haven't been out of Bangkok, so I can't really tell you, Filthos, 100%. What I can tell you is what I read in the news, and that is that upriver, they were releasing a lot of water to come downriver. So we were expecting to see some flooding here, but the rains here never got really bad. They were just intermittent. Like they would come 3 or 4 times a day. So And they would be just short bursts, lots of rain, of course, when you're this close to the equator, but because of the humidity and etc. And where you're located in the South Pacific, but the weather hasn't been that bad. I've been pretty excited about the weather. Actually, it hasn't been bad at all. I do feel bad for the people that got flooded. There was some severe flooding that went on in certain places in Thailand, mostly in the rural regions and in Pattaya. Pattaya is just, for some reason, I don't know why, it's just destined to flood. Like, if it rains for more than about 30 minutes, or if it rains for more than about 20 or 25 minutes in Pattaya, soy bacao you're not going to be able to walk. I mean, you can walk down it, but I wouldn't. The water's just, there's no telling what's in that water. And then once it gets really bad, when it rains for about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, the beach starts to flood. Not the beach itself, but beach road starts to flood, right? And Pattaya in the past has had a lot of problems with the beach washing away right there on Beach Road. The widening of Beach Road, I heard, really helped the flooding that happened in Pattaya. So I hope that they get better. But I really don't know a lot about the rural areas of Thailand that got flooded. I'm not sure. I do know. Yeah, I'm not going to show that message, Travel TV. Don't worry, but that's funny, man. Oh, I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. Good answer. Good answer. I like that. That's a good one. I'm sorry I can't share that with you guys. And one, I don't want to share his salary, what he's going to be making. Two, I'm pretty sure I can't put the last sentence up. YouTube won't allow it. But I like it. Let's see. I hope that answered your question, Philtos. I just don't have a lot of information. I know that they said that the dams upriver were at like 95% capacity, and they were starting to release some water to let it flow down. But the river here never got above the banks, and it still hasn't at this point. They're still calling for a lot of rain, so it's not like we're out of the woods yet. But as of right now, it's not too bad. I mean, it's the middle of, well, yeah, it's pretty much it's kind of the end of the rainy season, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of ended in the rainy season. So I don't know. I've been here for 3 or 4 cycles now of rainy seasons, and usually the ending of them, they go out with a bang, if you know what I mean. Charles says, Emmanuel says, on average, how much would the Q hotel cost? That's a great question. Charles answered that. He says, last I checked, 7 days SHA hotel in Phuket was going to cost about 16 to 20,000 baht. Good Lord. That's really expensive, man. That's really expensive. Man. Todd said, hey, Todd, by the way, welcome. Thailand's coming back, and that's back, Jack. It's coming, it's definitely going to come back. And I'm happy it's coming back. I know most of you are too. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys are getting some information here, and we'll try to give you some more. I've got plenty more information to go over. Tomorrow's live stream. Yeah, tomorrow's live stream. We'll have some more information then, too. Bangkok Warrior says, I currently live in Bangkok, but I am bored here, planning on moving to Pattaya for a change and more excitement. You will get it. Just a good move. Depends on how well you can handle the atmosphere of Pattaya. That's a great question, Bangkok Warrior. If you like to drink, if you like to party, if you like to participate in nightlife activities and entertainment that Pattaya has to offer, then you'll have a good time as long as you have enough money. Just don't go down there and go broke. That's the only thing I really caution people about. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with living in Pattaya myself. I would live there, no problem. I had a job there or something. But I know people that live. I know plenty of people that live there. So it's not whether or not the living in Pattaya is a good move or not. It's whether or not your brain, whether or not your mindset can handle a place like Pattaya, because Pattaya is just you. I know you've been there, but I'm just saying Pattaya is. Well, I don't know you've been there. I assume you've been there, but Pattaya is just different. It's just a different. It's just a different place on earth. I don't know how to really describe it, but it just is. It could be a good move. It's up to you, Bangkok Warrior. It's how you handle it, really. I have tons of videos on Pattaya and cost of living in Pattaya and all kinds of stuff on this channel. So feel free to go back and watch some of those videos. That's what I tell people. There's an inventory of videos on there. I realize some of them got marked private by YouTube when they did their last community update thing, but I've got over 900 videos on this channel. The ones that got marked private would be from 2017 and backwards. So that's going to be all Philippines. So if you're interested in seeing some Philippines content, then by all means, let me know. I'll put some. I will go back and examine those videos, make sure that they meet YouTube's community guidelines, and turn them to, or turn the privacy off and make them public. But anyway, let's see. Filtho says, how has the burring of the wires in Pattaya gone? And yes, good answer on the flooding up central Thailand. Good. Yes, the burying of the wires is going. I saw them burying more wires on Walking Street when I was down there. The plan for Walking Street, actually, in Pattaya, is to make it more of a shops and venues type place. That's of course, but they've been. You have to understand, guys. Don't panic. Okay, the nightlife will just go to LK Metro, Soy Bacau, some Tree Town, somewhere else. Pattaya will always be Pattaya. But the latest rumor, and by rumor I mean the news, is that that's what their plans are for Walking Street, to have it to have a fully functioning family-friendly atmosphere with the restaurants and shops and malls and all that stuff. So, but that's not going to affect the nightlife industry at all. They're just going to find other places. It's not a big deal. So I wouldn't worry about that much. Let's see. What did he say? How long ago? Oh yeah, but I was watching them bury the wires, and everything looked good. Everything looked good. It didn't. There were still some wires hanging, obviously, but they've gotten a lot accomplished. I was surprised, especially during all the lockdowns and stuff. They did. They got a lot accomplished. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Charles White says included test and private car for airport to SHA. Oh, you're talking about the money, the 16 to 20K baht? Gotcha. It's still expensive. Either way, I mean, it's not really expensive for what you're getting, but it's still a lot of money. 20,000 baht. That's going to be a good, what, 850, 900 bucks? Something like that. It's, yeah, that's pretty expensive. Filto says, don't think I could live full time in Pattaya just from absorbing the philosophy and value of life in Pattaya. Yeah, I understood completely. Many people are like that. In fact, I know many people who are just like that. Tim says, Jeremy, I was just curious, how is your stress level? I mean, you have a job, yes, but it's not like you can change jobs quickly if you can't take it anymore at your current job. Well, Mr. B, $10. Hello. How do non-permanent expats handle U.S.? Somebody sent a Cash App. Mr. Yaz sent $10 on the Cash App. I appreciate that, and he sent a comment along with it. But I need to get to his Mr. Yaz B. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that very much. There he is. Right there. he says, for hello, how do non-permanent expats handle U.S. mail? So if you're a non-permanent expat over here and you want your U.S. mail to come here, you can do two things. You can call the post office. Well, you can do several things actually, but you can go online or call the post office. I wouldn't recommend calling. The wait time is just insane. It's like 2.5 hours. But go online and have your mail forwarded. You can put a forwarding address on there, a temporary forwarding address, and they will forward your address. They will forward your mail to whatever address you want them to forward it to in whether it be in Thailand or whatever the case may be. So I hope that answers your question about mail, Mr. Yaz. Thank you very much for the $10. I appreciate that very, 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 very much. Thank you very much. That's a nice little contribution, and I appreciate it a lot. Now, let's see. Gregory says, I didn't answer Tim's questions. Okay, stress level is like this right now, Tim. It's just, it's on a slow uphill climb because I know what's coming. I'm talking about in my life. I know what's coming. I also know what's coming with my job, with my 2 jobs. I also know that I got to get back on this channel. I got to get back on this channel, start making some content, putting out some videos during the week. I do know that. And then of course I'm teaching online at night. So I'll be doing that too. Having 3 jobs and maintaining a stress level, especially when you are me, maintaining a low stress level, especially when you're me, requires a lot of practice. Let me just say that. It requires a lot of practice. And I haven't gotten there yet. So my stress level is still pretty high. Remember, I was partially furloughed for 3 months. And still don't know 100% what the payment schedule is going to look like if we're getting paid by the class, by the hour, for one of my jobs. So don't know. So there's always a little bit of stress here and there. But what I have done is let things go that I can't control, right? Things that are out of my control, I don't care anymore. I really don't. And you're right, I can't just quickly move from one job to the next. The good news about me being at my job is I've been there for over 2 years now. And I kind of know what to expect from the job. So, I can see, I could probably plan out enough time to get out of there without having to just, do it like that. But if worst comes to worst, I can always go home to America, travel around with my parents, teach online, get a job in America, whatever the case may be. I'm not, save up some money and then travel to South America and make videos from South America. I mean, I want to travel the world anyway at some point in my life. So, yeah, I just try to be smart every day with my, I'm glad you asked this question, Tim. I try to be smart every day with my finances first and foremost. That's the number one area that I've prioritized in my life to try to change is how I handle money. I don't buy anything that I don't need, with the exception of I will admit, I do have one thing that I absolutely don't need and that does take away from productivity, but it also keeps my head from popping off my shoulders, and that is a Netflix subscription. I do have that. Other than that, I tell you, I have a Netflix subscription. I've only had it for about 6 months, but it was good during the lockdown times. I like to turn it on right as I'm going to sleep. I usually don't get to watch much of anything because I don't finish teaching until so late at night. So, as Travel TV will find out, if he needs Hang on one second, guys. Just got a message here that I need to answer real quick. Okay. And let's get back to the comments over here. So yeah, Tim, everything is going, but for me though, like, for me, it's like this. I've really gotten hold. You've heard me say on this channel 100,000 times, you will become the people that you hang around. Well, I've started hanging around different people. I don't have any more. I don't hang around negative expats anymore. Even whether that be at work, out and at town, out at night, on the phone. I don't talk to them. I don't have anything to do with them. If someone questions my integrity or questions my commitment to resolve my goals, they might as well be non-existent because I'm not going to acknowledge their existence. If people tell me I can't do it, that's probably the last time that I'll hear from them. People tell me that, I've failed at something or whatever, I'm probably going to agree with them because I do fail at a lot of things. And then I'm going to get back to work because eventually I'm going to win one day. So that's how I deal with my stress. Just me personally, not any big. I don't know why I went on a big tangent about that. Gregory says, I looked at the Phuket sandbox, but then realized the flights from Australia were a lot cheaper if I just went to Bangkok. So going there in December and hopefully no queue by then. That would be nice, Gregory. That would be nice, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Bangkok Warrior says, how much money do I need a month to live a modest life with some drinking? I'm on retirement. My income makes living in Bangkok very comfortable. I heard Pattaya is cheaper to live in Bangkok. It depends on where you go. You can find places in Pattaya that are more expensive than Bangkok, and vice versa. It's all up to you. Cost of living is the same as it always is, which is whatever you want to spend. That's your cost of living, Bangkok Warrior. If you want to go out and drink occasionally, if you want to go out to the bars and clubs, I'm gonna tell you the one thing to be most careful of in Pattaya. Now, I have playlists on this about the women and being careful about how you approach the nightlife and the entertainment and all that stuff. I got tons and tons of videos on that. You can watch them on this channel forever, over and over. But where most people mess up is their budget. So let me explain Bangkok Warrior. So if you want to go to Pattaya, you set a budget before you go to Pattaya. This is my monthly budget. This is what I will spend. That's it. And then when you want to go out and drink, or when you want to go out to a bar when they reopen, or if you want to indulge in other things, whatever the case may be, you set a budget for that day that conforms to your budget for the month. In other words, it doesn't push your budget over for the month. And then you stick to that budget that day. That's when it gets really hard to do that for people for some reason. I don't know why. I guess it's because I don't drink and I hadn't had a drink in over a decade. I probably it's not hard for me because my budget is my budget and that's it. I'm not going to sit there and buy tons of lady drinks or a whole bunch of 200 baht Coca-Colas when I go into these places, right? So it depends on what you want to spend, buddy. It really does, and I hope you do it well. Rob P says I might open a Disney store on Walker Street. Hey, that do your thing, man. Charles says, Gregory, yeah, my flights to Phuket were about $200 US more and limited on number of flights and lots of layovers. Bangkok and a week there is better. I hear you, Charles. That's fair. Very fair. Gregory says, Charles White, yes, that's why I just figure Bangkok looks like no queue for travelers that have the jab in December, so going there straight once visa is approved. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Bangkok dropping a queue. in fact, I would be very cautious about that line of thinking because Bangkok still leads the country in daily infections, according to the numbers yesterday. Anyway, so I don't know. I would be very careful about that. But I know you guys want to get here. I understand. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. And I mean, I appreciate it too. I appreciate the fact that you guys want to get here and want to do that thing. You want to get here so fast and everything wants to, you want to get it rolling. You want to get that vacation in. I get it. I totally get it. But what I will tell you is, I would hate for you to come in December and things not be open. December is so close. Like, I know you're thinking, dude, it's October the 1st. December's 2 months away. Can an entire city rebuild its economy and reopen everything in 2 months? I don't know. Maybe they can. I don't know. But they don't. The problem is, like, they don't even have permission to open yet. So you don't know for sure. Neither do I. I'm not talking to you specific, Greg. I'm just talking in general. But like, we don't know for sure when they're going to be open. Nobody knows for sure. So not in Pattaya anyway, or Bangkok. So anyway, we're just waiting on. Hopefully by December you'll be good to go, Gregory. I know you want to get out of Australia and get away for a little while, and I can't blame you, bro. Especially with what you guys have been through down there. Charles says, Travel TV, that's not bad for everything included. I didn't think to use the service for insurance and COE. Last trip I did them myself. Ooh, that was tough, Charles. Doing them yourself. Why says, thanks. You're welcome. Thank you, bud. I appreciate the contribution. Lonely in the U.S., 20,000 bahts, $592. Did I forget how to add? You might be right. Let's see. 20,000 baht. Did the exchange rate go through the roof? Because I could be totally wrong. We'll see here in a second. Let's see. Wow. You're right. He's right. I am wrong, and I admit it. There you go. 20,000 baht. Did the exchange rate just plummet or something? Or did the baht just weaken that much? Wow. $595, 20,000 baht. Almost $600. No, that's about right. Okay. So I was a couple hundred off. Thank you, Lonely in US. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for the correction. Filtho says uphill stress climb. Marriage. No, definitely not marriage. No, it's just an uphill climb to make sure I hit my goal. I want to retire when I'm 50. I'm 40. I'll be 41 in November. So we've had a year so far of me trying to commit my 10-year plan. What happened? I'm going to give a year report January the 1st, just to let you guys know on what's happened so far. And some of you might be surprised. I don't know. There's no telling what the end of the year might bring. The end of the year could bring anything. Richard Cyphers, my man, how are you? Good to see you, bud. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. 18 up and 8 down. Good. I like the thumbs down. I appreciate that. Also appreciate the thumbs up. Don't get me wrong, but I don't mind the thumbs down at all. The engagement really helps. I have found out that it doesn't matter if you have 428,000 thumbs up and 428,000 thumbs down. Or if you have 0 thumbs up and 428,000 thumbs down, it doesn't really matter. Engagement is engagement, according to YouTube analytics. I won't say according to the YouTube algorithm. I'll say according to analytics. Gregory says, yes, I can empathize with managing stress and working 2 jobs, but when you have a goal that keeps you focused, that's true. That's 100% true, Gregory. I agree. And I have a goal, but the problem is a 10-year goal is like, am I going to stress myself for 10 years? No. I'm gonna find a routine, which is pretty much kind of what I've done, and try to get into that, and just make sure I have a life ready for me when I'm 50. That's my goal, is to make sure that when I'm 50, if I want to leave Thailand or America or wherever I happen to be in the world at that time, that I can do it. I can retire and work on a computer. I don't know, maybe a couple hours a week or something. That would be great. Gregory says, yes, Netflix, a lot have become addicted to it during COVID lockdown. Yeah, that's true. It was a way for me to just release some stress, because I wasn't doing anything but watching mainstream media news from America and Thailand and all kinds. I wasn't doing. I was just having I needed something different. That's what it was. Here's some news for you guys. I'll catch your comments right after this. I promise. Wait, let me catch these two. Hang on a second. Yeah, Netflix is available in English over here. You can also. I got a couple set. I have so much internet security on this computer. I'm not saying I can't be hacked or whatever, but I'm sure I can. I'm sure there are hackers out there that can hack your computer if they want to. But I got a couple VPNs and some other software on here from some former people that did stuff on the computer that shouldn't. They put some stuff on my computer to help out and make sure that people can't download certain things and do certain things on getting into my network. And I use that VPN sometimes to be able to go back to American Netflix and get some good movies from home. I like that. But yeah, you can watch the movies over here from home either with a VPN. In some cases, you don't have to have the VPN on. Charles says, Netflix, yeah, I watched that while I was there. If you use a VPN and connect it to the U.S., then you get a totally different section of movies than what. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Tim says, gotcha, Jeremy. Smart, really. I like your philosophy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Gregory says, I say keep people around you that encourage you with your goals and are positive thinking. Negative people just bring you down. That's 100% correct. That's also why I don't like people that don't know me, that judge me. Like if you're a person and you leave a comment on one of my videos, right, and you don't know me, but you judge me, you question my integrity, you question who I am, you question my character, right? On there, I'll probably either gonna blame this channel's not made to go to 1 million subscribers. Okay, this channel's not made to be my financial, my only source, my primary source of income. All right, I'm not looking. If this channel ever gets to 100,000 subscribers, I would be over the moon with happiness and joy. Okay, I care about community. I care about loyalty. I care about helping people. I care about passing along information. And yes, I also participate in YouTube as a source of revenue. And when you do that, it becomes a little bit cumbersome. It takes some time. And time is one thing I just don't have a lot of right now, unfortunately. So I would just want to tell you, I'm not going to get there. So I'm just going to tell you, they have the special tourist visa is going to be continued. Who knew, right? They guaranteed it was going to go away in October, and then they renewed it. See, this is why you just never know in Thailand. You just never know. So the special tourist visa allows for those of you that don't know, it allows saying until at least September 30th, 2020. Let me just read you the first two paragraphs. Excuse me. While the idea of extending the special tourist visa in Thailand was announced recently, yesterday the Thai Cabinet Committee officially approved the extension. The plan has been in place for 1 year already and will now continue until at least September 30th, 2022, and is aimed at attracting well fear foreign travelers. I think they meant wealthy foreign travelers to visit Thailand, spend big money while they're here. Yeah. Okay. The special tourist visa allows these elite travelers to stay between 90 and 270 days, 3 months to 9 months, which the Tourism Authority of Thailand has hoped would draw big spenders to pump tourism revenue into the Thai economy that has been so lacking since COVID-19 began. The scheme was created with the idea that the boost to the tourism economy with the long-staying foreigners would also stimulate the domestic economy outside of tourism, potentially creating jobs and income for local people and enabling opportunities for economic growth. The plan was enacted at the early step in the stages of regrowing international tourism that ground to a halt, obviously, over the past year. So, on this visa, 5,609 people have used it. That's really nothing, to be honest. And they say that the special tourist visa holders are spending about 2,500 baht per day. So that, that's not really what they were looking for. But I wanted to let you guys know. I have to do the rest of the news tomorrow. But I wanted to let you guys know that there were the special tourist visa was still on and popping. Now I'm just going to go full comments the rest of the time. Let's see. Gregory says, I want to avoid alcohol as much as possible in Thailand, as want to focus on health and fitness as a new life goal. You can do it. You can do it. I've been here, like I said, 3.5 years. Hadn't had a drink since I've been here. It's possible. I promise. Let's see. Gregory says, yes, it's Thailand. Worst case, 7 days in queue is not an issue as I'm moving there. There you go. If you're moving here, then the queue shouldn't be a big deal, really. Gregory Gates says, no lady drinks for me. I tell the ladies I have. I'll leave that one alone. Mars, I saw an article saying Thailand is partially opening. That's true. Particularly the touristy areas like Koh Samui. That's true. I think I'll wait until fully reopens as I would like to visit other non-touristy areas. That is a good idea. That is a very good idea, Mars, Doria. Very good idea. And I think that's good. Find out when Thailand is actually going to be open for real open, like everything's open, and then come. That's what I say. That's what I would do, but it's easy for me to say that when I'm already, living in Bangkok. Charles says, I'm not even worried about everything being open. I will enjoy what is and be in line for anything not open yet. There you go. That's a good attitude, Charles. That's a good attitude. And I know you need a break. So I hope you get that break. Oh, yes. Exchange rate. Wait, there's Gregory says, yes, I'm not into the bars. Just want to explore and see the beauty of Thailand and try the food. Try all the food that I love. Well, it's all here, buddy. That's for sure. Tim says $1 $33.75 Thai baht as of Google Exchange. That's I know we set an all-time. We set some kind of record the other day for the exchange rate, like it was the highest it's been against the dollar for so many years. I don't know. Gregory says that's okay. Break the 10-year goal into sections and milestones. You know what? That's a really good. I got it broken down, but I hadn't really broken it down. I need to break it down even more so I can check off little things more often. Make myself feel like I'm having more progress. That's a good idea, Gregory. I like that. Tim says, I'm retired at 55 now. Been retired for 3 years now. Definitely has its upside, but also has its downside as well. I can see that. LG says, hello, just came on. Maybe you covered this already. Is Bangkok opening on November 1st with no quarantine? Not to my knowledge. With the invocated approved by the Thailand authorities, is this true? Is this happening? Not to my knowledge. It's been indicated that Bangkok may open by November 1st. Okay, and just as I told you earlier, like the thumbnail says, yes, we are. No, we aren't. Maybe we might, right? Because just like the special tourist visa that I just talked about, we were guaranteed that it was done in October of this year, right? But they'd said, nah, it didn't work. That was a bad scheme, bad idea. And then they just reapproved it. the day that it was supposed to cancel. So, welcome to Thailand, man. But yeah, LG, that's the best answer I can give you. I've read some stuff about Bangkok opening on November 1st. I hope they do. I hope they go into a full reopening. We'll see what happens. Don C says, Tim, I retired at 58. I did some consulting, but now just enjoy my own time. Yes, you did. I remember when you retired. In fact, you were a fresh retiree when I first met you, Don C. Rob says, Netflix seems to have an agenda. Yeah, they do. I don't like that, Rob, either. I like your comment, but yes, they do have an agenda, and I'm not a big proponent of that either. I can't show that, Philthos, but we'll work something out, buddy. Tim says, I hear you, and I would recommend early retirement to anyone. It's just sometimes you just run out of things to do, so might as well see the world or as much of it as you can. I agree 100%, Tim. That's why I've got this 10-year plan in place. I don't want to work, man. I mean, of course I want to work. I love it when people call me an e-beggar or something like that, because I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm an e-beggar. Okay, so I got partially laid off, and I picked up I went and got another job. I added a job to my, that's on a 6-month contract. E-beggar guy that picks up a second job that already had, or third job, because he already has 2 jobs. E-beggar. Works 3 jobs. E-beggar. Works 3 jobs. Something doesn't seem right with that, but anyway. Let's see. Don says, Tim, I agree. Took off, traveled all over Thailand, Philippines, Vietnam, and down South America, Chile. Ooh, I've never been to Chile. Don says, I moved here, so I just sucked up the 10-day queue. There you go, Pattaya. Just opened up another hour so we can see some light. That's good. Tim says, Don, see, that is what I want to do. I saw most of Europe while in the U.S. Navy, but never got to go to Asia. Well, you can get here, buddy. Don C says, Tim, I travel for work to Europe, so I chose Southeast Asia because I'd never been. That's cool, man. Tim says, Jeremy, it's great to see you when you got some sleep when you were on tonight. Yeah, thanks, man. I did. I've been sleeping really, really. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit the computer there, guys. I've been sleeping really well thanks to some new thanks to some new things in life. Let's put it that way. I've been sleeping better. Digital panhandling. Yeah. I like that, Rob. I've never heard that before, by the way. That's funny as shit. Let's see. Tim says, Jeremy. Oh yeah, with the sleep. Yeah, I've been sleeping really good lately. The last couple of weeks, I've really slept good. But it's, it comes with a price. Me being able to sleep is not cheap. So that's a whole nother video. I'll make a video about my sleep at some point in time. You guys know I have a sleeping disorder, right? If you didn't, I do. That's why. Charles says, I'm fascinated with everyone that says they run out of things to do in retirement. I could never see myself running out of side streets to explore and food to eat. So I'm the same way, Charles. I could never see myself running out of things to do. Never. But that's just me. I haven't been retired. I don't know. Charles says, I'm fascinated with every. Oh, I read that. Don says, Charles is weird. I looked for work emails and work calls 3 months after I retired. I remember you talking about that, Don. That was funny. Philtho says, think in terms of adding passive cash flow per year, just like adding $6,000 a year in passive cash flow for 10 years. That's pretty much what's going on, Philthos, is trying to build passive income streams that are going to last a long time. And, this channel's been around a long time. And once my 6-month contract with my second teaching job is up, I may not renew with them and I may just focus on working here in Thailand and this channel, and really finally get this channel going and like doing some really cool stuff. Because if I can get a new computer between now and a new phone between now and whenever I get the new computer and phone, whenever those two things happen, for those of you that are not regular watchers of the channel, you probably have no idea why I need a new phone, a new computer. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll go over that at another time. But it is what it is. And once I get those things, you'll see a lot more video, because I'll be able to do things right from my phone that I can't do now. So Filto says, oh yeah, I definitely did that. Charles laughing at Rob P says Bitcoin 2 million by 2030. I don't know, man. Who knows about Bitcoin? I have no idea. I'm learning crypto. I have 5% of a Bitcoin right now. I only hold I hold very small positions in anything, because when you don't make any money, of course, you can't invest any money. But things are coming along. Don C says, I'm taking up. I'm gonna remove that just because that won't fly. But I like the idea, Don. I like that. That's good, man. Charles laughing at Jamal says, what kind of computer? Oh, I'm waiting on the currently, I've never had a Mac before, and I've always wanted a Mac. So I'm waiting on the MacBook Pros to come out with the new M1 chips in them, and hopefully they come out M1X, the second version. So we'll see what happens. Tim says he does need new stuff, like he is still running Windows XP on his computer. Yeah, I'm not running XP, but I tell you, man, these with PCs, they just go so fast. I bought this thing in Pattaya, this computer that I'm talking to you on. Well, how long ago did I buy this thing? It's been, I guess, 2 years now. It's been about 2 years, and it's done. It's done. Like everything's outdated. Stuff doesn't work right anymore. My phone's a whole nother story. It's an iPhone 7 Plus. So just start there, and you can think. Jamal, Cash App, yeah, it's pinned at the very top, Jamal. But I'm waiting on my Cash App number is pinned at the top, if that's what you're asking for. But I can always put it in right here. It's not a problem. Let's see, 7, 4, 7, 8. I think that's it. Yep, there it is. Let's see. Lyle says Anon, everything. Where's Anon? Anon's here? Oh, there he is. Sorry, running late today. What did I miss? You missed everything. You missed everything. You terrible person. No, I'm just kidding. We love Anon. He knows I'm joking. You didn't miss much. We're just talking, just chatting, just talking about what's happening in Thailand, trying to clarify a few things, all that good stuff. And I says here, I'm lusting after an Asus Pro Art Studio book, but can't afford the price tag. So realistically, looking at the Dell XPS 15. Well, that's cool to look at that. I would never have been able to afford a Mac computer in the past, which is why I've never had one. But now that they've come out with these new M chips, this silicone based chip design, I'm really interested in it, and I think I'm going to switch over. I mean, at heart, I'm a video photographer. At heart, I'm a photographer. That's my primary. If I could do anything with the rest of my life and never have to do anything else, it would just be take pictures and make money off of them. That's it. But that's obviously, it is what it is. Jim from Florida. Hello, man. He says, I wish the Philippines would at least come up with a plan for reopening. Well, they've got a bunch of plans in the Philippines. I keep up with a couple of people that still have ties to the Philippines and or are in the Philippines. But I will tell you that, Jim, I got to tell you, bud, I mean, if you love the Philippines, go. by all means. But I would do everything I could to avoid it. I lived there for 9 months, so I understand what's going on. And the thing that you should read some of the stuff that comes from the government and from the top officials in the government from the Philippines. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. What they've said about mandates and some other things, and just I mean, it's I don't know. They've had a bunch of plans, as my understanding, Jim. But it is what it is, man. And I hope you get if Philippines is your place, if that's where you're looking to go, then I hope that you get everything going in the right direction, and you don't have any problems getting there. So I'm not condemning your place to go. I'm just saying that, man. Unless you have somebody there in the Philippines, like a lady in the Philippines, I would seriously consider maybe going somewhere else. But that's just me. Tim says, "Yep, I hear you with the computers. I used to look for HP brand computers. So did I. The last one I bought was an Asus brand. Works fine for me. Good. I'm glad to hear that." Travel TV says, he mistyped something. I dropped close to $3,000 on the MacBook Pro. Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to have to do that. If I can get the 14-inch MacBook Pro for about $2,300, I think I'll be happy with that. But that's going to be 6 months from now or so. I got to save up the money. Anna says Chime has been swamped the last 3 weekends. Chime, for those of you that don't know, is a nice little community on the Hua Hin side of Thailand, and it's a unique little place. I don't want to say a lot about it, but it's a unique little place because I haven't spent a ton of time there. But they get a lot of domestic tourism in Chime from people here in Bangkok for the beaches and the just the peaceful place that Chime is. And Anna says Chime has been swamped the last 3 weekends. Massive traffic jams with people coming down from Bangkok. Yep, that's what happens in Chime, Hua Hin, those areas. Big traffic jams with because people are finally able to get out and do things again. So yeah, I believe you. Travel TV says I went to Chime a few days last week. Real busy with Thai nationals. That sounds about right. Rob P says Manny Pac-Man gonna knock. I don't know about that, but I know what you're talking about. Jamal says Zelle. No, don't have Zelle. I'm in Thailand. You can't use Zelle in Thailand. Let's see. I'm glad things are opening up. I need to leave Chime on the weekends. Hey, man, things are going to open up. That's for sure. Starting today, the travel restrictions have been relaxed even more. There are more things open. Tomorrow's live stream, we'll talk more about that. We'll get more into the details of what's going on. Mr. Y says, I would look into certified pre-owned. There's nothing wrong with that either. That's good. That's actually pretty good idea there, Mr. Y. Looking in certified pre-owned. The problem is I'm looking for that new chip in the MacBooks, because that's really where that's the reason I'm changing is because they have those chips now. Maybe I get a first generation MacBook Air and just top it out with specs, but is that going to last me for 5 years? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe they have certified pre-owned versions of the Mac Air came out and it was blistering every Intel chip made, even the latest Intel chips with the regular M1 chip that came out, right? And when it came out, it doesn't have fans. This is a 13-inch computer. It's tiny, and it was $1,000. Only had 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it was small. So for $1,000, that's a pretty good computer. I'd try it. And I says, as members of the line group went to King Kraken National Park yesterday. I think we'll go to Irwin Falls, and I think Ross and I went to Irwin Falls once, or maybe it wasn't with Ross. I was with I think that was when I was with the first school I was with. I went up there. That's Irwin Falls. Is, if it's the waterfalls I'm thinking about, Anon, it's pretty cool, man. And I says, by the way, the line group, the best reason to become a channel member. I agree. If you're not a channel member and would like to be, you can click join below. There's also a link in the description where you can join to become a channel member, and then you can get access to our private line group, which is full of conversations all the time. Like day before yesterday, I looked down at my phone and I'd been teaching for a couple hours, and there was like 95 missed messages. So, you know. Tim says 5. Wait, Mr. White says open box deals then. Yep, that would work. I'm not against certified pre-owned. Certified pre-owned is great. The problem is the model that I'm looking for just came out like this year. So I don't know if I'm sure there's certified pre-owns out there, but the MacBook Pro that I'm talking about, a computer that could last a good 3 to 5 years, maybe 5 years is stretching, Tim. Again, that could be stretching a little bit. You topped out a MacBook Air is $2,050. Yeah, see, if I'm going to spend that much on a 13-inch MacBook Air, I'm going to go ahead and get something I'm going to go ahead and get the Pro. Might as well spend the money on the Pro and have it last longer and be faster and more efficient. Max can last that long, says Travel TV. Yeah, I agree. I know people that have 7-8-year-old MacBooks. Graphics card is the limitation of using MacBook Air. Stick with the Pro. There is no graphics card anymore, Charles. That's the thing. There are no more graphics cards in the MacBooks. So the Mr. Richard Cyphers has sent $10 PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. If it comes through on email, I'll show it to everybody. I appreciate you very, 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 very much. Let's see here. It's coming. My internet's been lagging for a little while. Yep. And because he puts his middle initial in there, then I cover it up. And there's Mr. Richard Cyphers, $10 with the PayPal. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So the graphics card in the Matt says to get a 13-inch MacBook Pro starting at $1,299 with the M1. They make a MacBook Pro with the M1? A 13-inch? I've never seen it. Never seen a 13-inch MacBook Pro. Never. Definitely not with an M1. I'm weird on that one. Anyway, but the graphics card, all the graphics cores are now in that chip. So all the GPU cores are in the chip, and you get to decide how many you want based on how much you want to pay for the computer. So it's like, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. I'm pretty excited about it. And I says that why Thailand is a bit different. For example, even though they've released the GoPro 10 and it's available here, they really haven't reduced the price on the 9. That's true. And he says to me, and you still haven't answered each and every one of those 96 messages. I know, right? Travel TV says, wait for the new MacBook Pro to come out unless you really need it. I needed one at the beginning of the year, so I had to get it. But if can wait, I'm going to wait. I'm definitely going to wait. Matt, if that's true, Matt Foley, that they have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I need something at least 14 inches, though, because the larger the screen, the easier it is to edit. So I don't know if I would go with a 13-inch computer or not. I don't know. I have to look at the screen and see if I can do it effectively. Charles says, I'm currently running on a MacBook Pro mid 2012. Runs great. Also use MacBook Air 2011 for household duties. That's good. Gregory's got to go. See you, Gregory. Have a good one, buddy. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it, man. Robert says, yes, they do. And Travel TV says, yeah, I got a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I'll let you take a look at it one day. Okay, that sounds good, Travel TV. I like that. I will take a look at it, and that'll be awesome. Do Macs have touchscreens yet? That's a good question. My last computer, though, was a Lenovo, and it had a touchscreen, and I did not like that touchscreen. There was really no advantages to it, to be honest with you, especially when it comes to cleaning the screen and that kind of thing. I couldn't find it. I didn't see the advantage. No, they don't have touchscreens, Travel TV says. So there you go. That's what I'm interested in. Community, answering questions, people helping people. That's what we do on here. I talked about that a little bit at the beginning, in case you guys are wondering why I just said that. So anyway, we've been turning off to clean the screen. Yeah, that's always an option, Tim, for sure. But I don't like to turn my computer off unless I have to. I like the pens. The primary thing I like about my iPad is the Apple Pencil. Yep. I have used one of those before, and I do like the pens, especially when you have to sign something, or if you're something like that, and they won't take a digital signature, meaning a type signature. You have to sign it. Yeah, I agree, Anon. So anyway, we went a little over an hour, and we got some good information. I want to thank the two people that sent contributions in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Truly appreciate it. So, gosh, I hit the computer again. Tomorrow I'll try not to do that, I promise. I don't know that there's anything else that I need to cover today. I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on here in Thailand, and kind of let you know about the STV. I don't know if any of you would be interested in that, but it's available if you want to try it. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the live stream. And catch me tomorrow here, 9 a.m., same time, here in Bangkok, and we'll talk more about Thailand's reopening plans. And who knows? Maybe we'll have a live stream on just one little bitty thin razor thin topic tomorrow. I don't know. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to everyone who participated in the chat. I really appreciate it. For what it's worth, the STB use case doesn't really work anymore since all the other visa types are available. Fair point, and a very, very fair point. STB is not it. It never became what Thailand had hoped for. So it is what it is. It's all good. I appreciate you guys. I really want to say a special thank you to all my channel members and to those who contributed monetarily today. I really appreciate you guys very, very much. You're helping out a lot. So thank you. And I will put together some information, and we will have a live stream tomorrow. So make sure you come by and check me out then. Yeah, I'll see what I can do tomorrow. Maybe I can even find a guest to come on or something. I'll use StreamYard. I'm not sure. Anyway, love you guys. Mean it. My DoMoreLife family. Just be patient with me here in the interim, while I go through this little 6-month transition process of getting back on my feet financially, and then we'll keep moving forward. We'll be traveling again, and the whole 9 yards. Anyway, much love to all you guys. Take care of yourself. Whatever you do today, be sure you do more life, and I will see you tomorrow.